How the devil are you guys? This is Robidon and this is another one of my random rambles. And I'd like to talk about the idea of vehicles in the next Fallout. Now, of course, in order for vehicles to appear and be useful in the grand scheme of things, a few things would have to happen, wouldn't they really? For a start, it's very unlikely they're going to be able to update that old Gamebryo engine one more time. It's not really designed for vehicles properly, is it? I mean, just look at the way the vertibirds like to fly through all the buildings. So, yeah. So, with that in mind, obviously they're going to need a bigger, nicer, newer, shiny engine. And then there's the other problem. They probably need to space the map out a bit more. Now, it's a big world already, don't get me wrong, but it is quite close and it's very, very detailed in that beautiful Bethesda way. However, it probably needs to be stretched out a bit on the outskirts. Now, so it's similar to like the feeling Fallout 3 gave you. The DC Wasteland, the capital wasteland, bang in the bottom corner of the map, that was condensed and they had the whole metro travelling around and everything in it. Felt really close, claustrophobic and quite thingy, and it quite tight space. And you got onto Megaton and the whole north, east, south, west or whatever, in all that direction outside of the city, it was quite spread out. Felt you had a little bit of a trek between spaces and new information and new towns and cities and so on. Now, that would need to be sort of like expanded upon for vehicles. I'd sort of like how should I put it? It'd be kind of cool if they made the game world bigger, but kept the main city very Bethesda, very tight and clean. Well, not clean, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's tight and clean formula that works. The whole in reality, you wouldn't be able to get your car through the streets anyway. There'd be tons of broken and burnt out cars there. So maybe have it like modern cities do, where it feels like you drive your car to the outskirts of town and then jump on the public transport into town. So you've got your hub sort of outside of the city where that's as close as you could get your car. But for the other side, the sort of wilderness side, and I'd like this. And I would even go so far as to, if they felt like they could manage it, put 2 cities in.
Watch it, will
and
you?
have travelling across the vast wasteland in between those 2 cities via vehicles. Now that doesn't mean that it should just be New Vegas style, there's nothing going on, it's just sand when you're nowhere near the settlements. You could put the occasional little town in, the occasional little motel. Have your little outcroppings, but also have it feeling like it is a vast wilderness. Have it where you come across a bridge and you go, hang about it, it looks like there's a little bit of a settlement around this bridge, and then you jump out and it's a raider gang that preys on people going past. That sort of thing,
I don't know about
it's just a ramble, obviously.
Those enclave
but
bots give
I
me
would
the
love
creeps.
the feeling of, there's, say, New Orleans over there, just to throw that idea out there again, that Obsidian should get another game. But let's say there's New Orleans over there, and let's say New Vegas is back in. So they bring New Vegas back, updated graphics and everything, and New Orleans, and you've got a massive, I mean, I have no idea how close they are in reality, probably not that close, but you get my feeling. There's probably better candidates for cities in America where you could go, right, they're quite close to each other. Have it where you have to drive between them, or get on a train track, or even use your vertibirds, and at least your vertibirds could still fly into the city, but maybe have a few landing platforms, a bit more logically placed, shall we say. Yeah, so just a bit of a ramble. I would love to see vehicles in the next game, but obviously, as I've said, engine would have to be improved. They'd have to have the city sort of off limits to the ground-based vehicles, and stretch out the landscape, but still somehow keep it interesting with little settlements here and there dotted about, so that it felt like you could go from the southwest all the way to the northeast or whatever, and have an element of a great little journey on the way. I mean, Skyrim's managed it with the horses. I mean, the horses don't really run that fast, and Skyrim's not as big as you think. A lot of it is the whole up and down and round the mountains that makes it take longer. But it did add an element of feeling like you were on a bit of an epic journey for those of us who don't fast travel. So, yeah, just putting it out there. By all means, let me know what you think. By all means, tell me that I shouldn't ramble too much because I start going off on a tangent and completely miss the point. Either way, it's been fun. I shall see you again on one of my next videos. So until then, like, comment and subscribe. This is Robbie Don, Robbing on.